was tripping when I saw you. My brother smell like marijuana.
Welcome back to To Please English. I am your host, your one, your only, Reggie, and my
Elvi.
lovely co-host, Elvi. I was a little bit too slow to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
A little bit too slow. Anyway, nice to see you, Elvi.
Thanks.
I feel like this is the third episode in a row we've been wearing the same clothes.
Yeah.
This isn't TV. No, you know what we're going to talk about today?
Nope.
Confidence, baby, confidence.
Okay.
You have confidence?
Think so.
I think you do. I think some people might perceive your confidence as arrogance.
Really?
You know how when some people... All right, so let me explain really quickly. You know how some people, when you're a little bit quiet, you don't really talk to someone, you're just kind of observing. Sometimes people might see that as arrogant or overconfidence or something like that. I think that's their problem. Mm-hmm. But sometimes that actually is the case where the person is just arrogant.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times it's just the other person's insecure or something like that, right? But today, the reason why I call it confidence, baby, confidence, everyone knows I'm from Dallas. My favorite team, they're the Dallas Mavericks, right? The Dallas Mavericks had a player back in the 80s or 90s named Ronaldo Blackman. He was in the All-Star game. I think he was our only All-Star back then. One of the only All-Stars. And he had to shoot 2 free throws to either win the game or tie the game and go into overtime. All-Star game. So he steps up. Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, all these guys are talking to him, trying to get him to miss it. So he shoots the 2 and he screams, "Confidence, baby, confidence." I thought that was the coldest shit ever.
Yeah.
I thought it was cold. But we're going to talk about a few phrases that exude, that amplify your confidence.
Wow.
That's right. When you, before we get in there, before we get in that thing, I just want to know what makes you feel confident?
What makes me feel confident? When I get compliments, yes.
Yeah.
When I know that I achieved something, then I get confident. Or when I'm doing something that I know I can do well.
There we go. I agree with all those things you just said, for sure.
And when I have makeup, you can't agree with me on that.
I don't really think you need makeup, but that's neat. That's just
I
me.
don't. I just want to say it.
Anyway, this really could go to the X-rated part, but this is not what we're about on this channel. But what I do want to say though is this: sometimes when you're super confident, you know what you can say. This is what Elvi can say.
What?
I'm her.
Oh.
You know what time it is. I'm her. Me, I'm a guy. I'm him.
Okay.
You can't stop me. I'm him.
What about for the queers out there?
It depends on what their pronouns are. They, them.
Oh. Okay.
It just depends.
Okay.
But let me explain that, because that sounds arrogant. That sounds like overconfidence. When you say I'm him, I'm her, think about this situation. You just became the CEO of a company. Or you just started your own company and it's wildly successful. You can say to yourself, I'm him or I'm her. You feel me? Because that's your confidence saying, I did this. I made it work. Me and my team, because no one can do it by themselves, but me and my team, we did this thing. I'm him. Right? You can also say, I do this. I've been nice. Right? This lets people know as it's a reminder. You see what I'm saying? I've been nice, right? I do this. This is a reminder to let people know that at one point this person might have been at the top, but we grow like stagnant and we forget how great they are because we're used to them doing it over and over and over. So we forget it. So a guy like LeBron James or Kevin Durant, let's go with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was a guy who he was shooting a shot or something, and he said to a fan was like, trash talking him, and then he turned around after he made the shot and he said, I've been nice, as a reminder, like, yeah, just because I was hurt for 2 or 3 years and I come back, don't think that I'm not Kevin Durant. You see what I'm saying? So it's a reminder. It's to let people know, like, don't try to overlook me. I'm still here, right? Now let's look at another one. I'm like that, right? When you say I'm like that, okay, it's an activity that you're doing very well, right? So if Elvi walks out and that thing is thangin', I might say, dang girl, and she was like, this thing been thangin'. Maybe she wouldn't say that, but you can say that. She wouldn't say this thing been thangin'. For the adults out there, we know what that thing is. And we know what thangin' is. So, yeah. Young adults, children, go to sleep. One thing that I want to say, though, is when you're looking at I'm nice, I'm him, I'm her, I've been nice, I'm like that, sometimes it can be used as trash talk. You feel me? So, for example, before I tell you the stuff that I'm good at, well, like, you don't really trash talk. I noticed that. I don't. But if you did, what is something that you will be like, I'm her on, or I've been nice, I've been that beep, or that's the other thing. Women might say, I'm that B.
Yeah.
Right? And not meaning in a negative way, but meaning in, I'm powerful, I know what I'm doing, I'm good, I'm all this, right? What is a time when you feel like I'm that beep, or I'm her, or I've been nice?
I think maybe only when I'm like playing sports, that side of me will come out. But on a regular basis, no.
Yeah.
Or like if there's a girl fight or whatever, like, then I'll probably say that.
Because sometimes you got to talk your noise, or as we say, talk your shit. You got to talk your shit.
Yeah. Beep. Really slow of a beat. But yeah, that's probably those two.
For sure.
When I accomplish something or achieve something, I probably won't say that. I probably say it like to myself or in my mind, but I don't say it to people.
I respect that. Like, I do, like, in the heat of the battle, right? If you're playing a sport or any kind of competition, I respect a little trash talk. I respect, and also it's used to boost yourself up. Yeah. So I respect that. But I also respect the person who internally, they know they're nice. They don't need to say it. Their work shows for themselves. Yeah. So anything outside of a competition, I usually am like, keep that to yourself, right? I think it's like, what's it called? The middle way, where you don't want to be too high, but you also don't want to be too low. You want to be right there in the middle. I think that's something that human beings have kind of followed all along. But sometimes you got to let people know. You got to give them a reminder. I've been on. I've been nice. I'm him. I'm that dude.
When will you say those things?
Listen, I say them all the time, actually. Every time I wake up, I say I'm him.
Really? That's good. That's good.
I do. Even though it never pans out the way... it never pans out the way that I like it to. I'm just joking. Sometimes it does. But no, when I wake up in the morning, I think to myself, you got this. You're him. You can do this. I would never say that like to someone else and be like, I'm him. Don't you know? No.
Unless you're playing basketball.
But if I'm playing, let me get at my list. I only have a few things that I'm like, yeah. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me give you a story. Listeners, pay attention. Here we go. So my brother, at one point if you don't play video games, this might miss you, but it helps you to understand what I mean by I'm him. I'm trash talking. So I used to play NBA. I still play NBA 2K, but I used to play online a lot.
Every day.
Almost every day. Don't do that.
With Jason. Jason.
Shout out Jason. So
almost thought you were dating.
Wow. No, we are two heterosexual men who are not dating each other. We just got brotherly love. Don't do that. Anyway, so I myself, obviously, I used to play NBA 2K online a lot, and I would play against other people. And at some point, I got ranked as, of all the people that play, I was ranked like 250. And it was crazy because I was like, am I really this good? So being ranked 250, I started playing like the number one person. Now this is back in 2012, I think, or 13, or
that was a baby.
It was a long time ago. Yeah, when you were a little wee girl. Or it might have been even before that, probably 2011, 12. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I played the number one guy a few times. I played him like 3 times. I blew him out every time, but somehow my rank was still like 250, 270.
That's weird.
It's weird, right? So anyway, I come home to visit, and my brother and his friends, they play NBA 2K, and they say, let's have a tournament. And everyone counted me out. There's at least like 10 of us. Everyone counted me out because they didn't think that I played. And my brother kept saying, y'all, he can play. Don't underestimate him. And everybody was like, nah, bro, whatever, bro. Nah. And I'm like, all right. So I play. I win every game. And keep in mind, audience, we're playing for everybody put in $20, 20 American dollars. And that's 10 people. So I'm getting busy. Mm-hmm. So I win the whole thing. And at the end, I'm like that. I'm him. So video games is one of them where I will say, I'm him. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Darts.
Oh, okay.
People who play darts. I talk so much trash. I'm the Devin Booker of darts trash talking. I talk a lot of trash. Basketball, I talk a lot of trash. Especially if I kind of know you. If I don't really know you, I don't talk too much trash because you could take it and if you don't speak English, it can be taken wrong. So I don't trash talk with people who don't really speak English. And video games. So darts, basketball, video games. Okay. I talk the most trash. I talk trash to Elvi, but I don't ever go I'm him because like that's weird. Yeah. There are times when you probably shouldn't go I'm him. At work to your boss, maybe you should. Actually, your boss is him or her. Yeah. They're her. Mm-hmm. They're like that.
Mm-hmm. They've been nice.
Right. They've been nice, right? Mm-hmm. In that case, is fine. Have you ever been overconfident and it backfired in your face?
When I was younger, probably. Like I went to some competitions and I thought I would win, but I didn't. Yeah. Maybe some singing competition and something came up. Yeah.
Did you rank or did you place or you just didn't win the whole thing?
I think. No, like I wasn't at that time. I think I did still get like the second or third place. I just didn't get the championship.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I thought I would have.
Dang, they really didn't like you though. That's probably what it was.
Maybe. You
know why they didn't like you? Because you were sitting in your seat all nice and proper, nose in the air.
No, I remember there was one time. I think when I was maybe 10-ish. I went to a singing competition and I sang some like pop songs. Right. You probably don't know Jolin Tai. I sang her song. Definitely. She's one of the most popular female singers of all time in Taiwan. Okay. Or in Asia or East Asia, I can say that. Nice. So I sang her song, but I was like 10, and the other kids were singing some like kid songs or like really old songs, like grandma songs. So, and I sang well, and everyone thought I would win. But then the judges gave the first place to that one little kid who sang like some kid songs. And then everyone was like, what? And then I think my dad or my mom went to ask the judges, and the judges was like, they were like, oh, because we think that the song didn't fit her. She was not supposed to sing that kind of song, blah, blah. And like kids should sing kid songs.
Wait, what was the song about? What were you singing about?
What I was singing?
Yeah, it was just like,
no. It was just like love songs, like sad, but love songs. But it's pop songs, like, you know.
How old were you?
10 or 12. I can't remember.
You ain't no love songs. You ain't never been in love yet, good.
I was. No, not in love, but I had a boyfriend.
What?
Yeah.
At 11 or 12?
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't right.
Don't tell my mom.
That's not fact. She can hear this, though.
She can't understand anyway.
And some of the homies gonna translate for her. I'll make sure of that.
No, they won't.
You weren't supposed to have no boyfriend, no 10, 11, 12.
I had my first kiss when I was 11.
I beat you. I'm him.
I'm not surprised. You guys are living some wild life. So
no, I didn't start living the wild life until much later. But I got my first kiss when I was in 7th grade, and then she saw a boy.
7th grade?
I mean, not 7th grade. I take that back. I was 7 years old when I had my first kiss.
That didn't count.
It did count.
No, it didn't.
And then she broke my heart.
What?
You know how? She gave me a kiss, and then a dude beat me running, and then she became his boyfriend. I mean, his girlfriend. I was like, damn, is this how this goes? He just beat me running.
But that's everything for kids at that time. Like, if you're good at sports, you be popular. If you can run fast, you be popular. If you're handsome, you're popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's either of those things.
I think you're right. I think that also works as adults as well for a lot of people.
Nah.
Yeah.
You need money.
But now it becomes money.
That's what I say.
Now it becomes money.
You can't just run fast and be poor. No.
Yeah. No. Now it's called money. That's the way we live.
Yeah.
Let me say this before we go, though, because we're running, we're going a little bit. But before we go, make sure you don't have the big head. I'm not talking about Elvi. I'm talking.
Okay,
real quick,
you're cooking me.
Finally, just keep it real. It's rare that I cook you.
Yeah, and it's something that I can't deny.
So, but what I mean by big head, I mean just arrogant, right?
Like,
there's no
my
reason
head is
to.
big.
Yeah, she's probably arrogant. That's why her head is so big. No, but when we say big head means two things. One is like a romantic interaction, right? Oh, hey, big head is kind of like, hey, I like you, blah blah blah. Or if someone say he got the big head, that means that he's arrogant, right? So we don't want to do that. When we say I'm him, keep it in and try to keep it with trash talk. Try to keep it in basketball or sports or competition, or try to keep it in you've accomplished something really monumental, and that's okay to say I'm him or I'm her, right? All those things are okay. Outside of that, though, you come off as a little bit,
cocky.
Yeah, cocky, unless that's what you're trying to do, Kanye. All right. Anyway. Do you have any other things you like to add to the people? Any questions? Questions, comments, queries, things you like to know? That's what my chemistry teacher used to say when I was in 12th grade or 11th grade. I say it now because of her. Questions, comments, queries, things you like to know? Because of her as a teacher now,
What's
I
your
still
shoe
say
size?
that. Is this an adult kind of thing, or is this just actually what's your shoe size?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wear a size 13, a US 13. If anybody out there can get me those Travis Scott's Air Jordan 1s with the backward swoosh, holla at your boy. But you have to pay for it because those things are expensive. All right.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate you guys rocking with us, and I hope you continue to rock with us. Give us all the likes. As Elvi said in the last few episodes, 100 likes, 50 likes. Shout out, Saul. Just give us all the likes, comments. Do it all.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us. Thank you so much, guys. Peace, gods. Bye.
Bye.